So a quick update, which probably won't be updated, or quick. It will be an update, it won't be quick, because I never am. The thing I thought would be the biggest problem was not the biggest problem, and the thing I thought, I don't know what I thought, but I think it might be the biggest problem. Saturday night, I went to one of those Brazilian steakhouses where they just keep bringing meat, and it was awesome. And it was $50, I think, 60 with a tip, and it was great. And I did exactly what I planned to do, which is always good in my mind, especially as somebody who often decides not to go with the plan, that I ate nothing but meat. There was meat, there was beef, lamb, and some salmon, so just meat happened. I am quite certain that I went way over my normal daily calorie intake, but at least didn't kick out a keto. So I don't know why I put the emphasis like I did just now. Anyway, we're moving on. So that was fine. I did get on the scale this morning just to see, how that factored in, and indeed I was up, I think, 2.5 pounds or something like that. And I smile because, that's just how it goes. Even like yesterday, my ankles were swollen, which they haven't been swollen in ages, and it was last night, and there was a lot of meat involved, and yeah, so that all just has to resettle, and it'll be fine. And then the thing I thought would be the problem today is that I was with people from this morning until early afternoon, mid-afternoon, I guess, and so, but again, I stuck with my plan, and did even slightly better, I guess. Had the omelet I planned on having this morning, and then I did have, I told you, if you watched the previous video, that I was going to a cider house, and indeed I got a 5 sample flight of ciders, 2 ounces each. I ended up only liking I only really liked 3 of them, so I drank those, and then I drank about an ounce. I think they were 2-ounce samples, so I drank half of each of the ones I didn't like too much. So 8 ounces of hard cider, plugged that in to my FitnessPal along with my omelet action, and I was pretty surprised because I technically under my carbs for the day. So I was even under calories. Not that I consumed all that much, and indeed I wasn't that under my calories, and I'm going to go over. But I'm going over by not very much, and because I drank some of my calories, which is just not, what are you going to do? There's just, a person needs food in order to sustain, and so I'll just go over a little. But so that it all was fine. I thought the cider might be a problem. I hadn't really looked it up ahead of time, but what I did was fine, and I had a great afternoon talking with my friends who are visiting from out of town, and that's what's important. Experiences are what's important. And then on the way home, from dropping them off, I stopped at the store because I needed a few things for the week ahead, and I picked up one of the things I can get at this particular store is grilling cheese, which I have mentioned in a previous video, but it doesn't seem to be everywhere, but it's at the store, so I picked up a couple packs of that, and the other thing that I'm eating later on, salmon fillet with skin on, so nice and fatty, and some herbs. It's already made and hanging out in the fridge for me. Just some odds and ends, some cream cheese, and anyway, so I'm going through the cash register, and the guy packing up my groceries is looking at the grilling cheese, and he's like, "Grilling cheese?" And I said, "Oh, so good." And then we had this exchange, and I told him how I prepared the grilling cheese, and how I don't eat carbs, and I didn't have to get in the specifics, but I just said I don't eat carbs, so I cut it off and grill it, and it makes this nice crust, and then I add I had sauce on top, I didn't tell them Walden Farms, but sauce, and then that's what the other thing I picked up was turkey pepperoni, because I don't eat pork, so they had turkey pepperoni, which is great, so I picked up some of that, and I'll use that the next time I make the pizza with the keto cheese. So anyway, I told him, and he just looked at me and he said, "You are my personal hero," which of course I'm not really heroic, but I share that mostly because I get to tell you about how I talk about keto-y stuff when I'm out there and what I got. But I love those exchanges. And I was just reading an article maybe a day or two ago about a Lyft driver who keeps this really nice notebook in his car, and he asks the people who ride with him to write a note for the next person. And it's become this really kind of uplifting thing. People give advice, or they tell about themselves, or something like that. And one of the excerpts that was included in the article was this person who was like, make eye contact and truly engage with the service and retail people that you encounter, that kind of thing. Well, I saved that because that is just one of my favorite activities. Anytime there's a list of hobbies, that's never listed, but that is one of my hobbies, is engaging with retail and service people. And I think that comes from having spent the early part of my career in retail, and then a brief stint when I was between my master's and PhD program. I went back to retail, and so I think that's where that comes from. But I love engaging with strangers. It is one of my hobbies, I must admit. So that happened, and this video is going to be under 10 minutes. It's a miracle. So I better quit while I'm ahead. It was a good day, and I should still be all ketoed up, and it might take a day or two for my weight to resettle, but I mean, who cares? I am living my life, enjoying my life. I have not felt deprived. I feel really healthy. I clearly have plenty of energy, and they have grilling cheese. And I saw friends for dinner, and then today for breakfast and cider, and I saw a concert Friday. I mean, it's been a great weekend, and it's not even over. I think I'm gonna write something because I love to write too. Yay! Still under 10 minutes.